Hello, one and all. This is my reaction, review, and cut-con discussion of Dr. Stone New World Part 2, Episode 7, Flicker of Doom. And I know that doesn't sound all that terrifying, but trust me, it absolutely is. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And this is coming off of, last episode, which is, I think in my opinion, the best episode we've ever gotten of this series. I mean, seriously. We had Hyoga get revived, we had Yo shoot Ibara in the freaking hand, and we had Ibara, petrify Kurosami as she literally cried and turned to stone. Ibara! Love it, absolutely love it. And this episode is probably going to cover chapters 132, 133, and 134 of the manga if you want to go check it out. And alright, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, a lot of people were really disappointed last episode with the whole, Moze versus Hyoga fight, because Hyoga got his butt kicked in literally one freaking blow. But don't worry, it's not over quite yet, thankfully. Yet once more, these chibi scenes are taken directly from the manga, and they show how much Yo absolutely sucks. Also, just how deluded he is. I mean, seriously, who is this? That ain't Yo. That is absolutely not Yo. He doesn't look anywhere near as good as that dude does. Also, just love Senku literally prostrating himself in the background. Oh my god, this dude's ego is out of control. Yeah, that's not how it works. And more importantly, you have no idea how it works. God, you are a freaking moron. Yeah, this really does sum up Moze's character pretty well. The way you handle your spear reeks of effort. Because basically, Moze has never needed to work hard for anything in his life. He just, naturally looks like this. He's naturally that strong. So, he realizes that you are weak, and therefore you have to overcome it through effort, through training, you pathetic loser. Whereas I was just born this way. I am just this impressive. I was just this impressive from freaking birth. And so he thinks there's no way for Hyoga to overcome him because Hyoga is weak and therefore he's had to train. A very interesting, series, a very interesting thought process in his mind. Yes, my man Hyoga right here to realize, wait a minute, I'm relying on Senku. I have faith in Senku, a man who, a year ago, I attempted to freaking murder and who almost electrocuted me to death. What the heck changed? And the truth is, he's seen what Senku can do, building, a freaking battleship in the Stone Age. So therefore, he believes that Senku can get things done, no matter how insanely ridiculous they are. And honestly, what he's looking for right here isn't even all that crazy. It's pretty easy to make if they just had enough time, which, they don't. So he has faith that Senku can get it done in time. That is actually very useful to know. Fascinating. Though that's new, that wasn't in the manga. Love it. Yes, Mecha Senku, you gotta run from this girl. She's very mad. Moze, Hyoga, you two just walked by Senku and the rest of them. You really didn't notice them? I mean, come on, guys. Honestly, forgot about that. That was such a cool bluff back then. They have guns! Everybody run! But really all they did was basically set up a firework and then throw a rock. Oh, that was so freaking smooth. Right on the spear. Love it. Yeah, Mose, you should run now. Hyoga wasn't running away from you, he was running towards his ultimate weapon. And now that he has it, you really don't stand a chance. Yeah, this man right here is the freaking sun, and you do not stand a chance against him at all. Love it. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. You don't stand a chance. This dude is wielding literal freaking sunlight. And I mean, the whole golden spear thing is very helpful for this technique because it's even more blinding than the attack usually is. Very cool. Yeah, I'm wondering if these two right here are, you know, more impressed by Hyoga or more concerned that Hyoga is now just so overwhelmingly deadly and could very easily kick all their butts. The tactical nuclear weapon. I mean, this really is, you know, what the series is all about, building off of the past. The reason why Senku and the rest of them are able to do so much in this world is because they are basing everything they do, everything they build, off of things already built. The science they are doing is, you know, literally built off the backs of giants, of those who came before them, and everything they do now in the Stone Age is built off of what they've already made. It's the ability to just keep improving, keep pushing forward, and keep passing on your knowledge to the next generation that allows them to, you know, basically go to wherever they want, basically build whatever they want, basically do whatever they want. That is the magic. That is the sorcery that we call science, baby. Hard work will be rewarded. Yeah, that's an even better way of saying it, honestly. Love just the, you know, montage of him growing older, of all the stages. He gets better and better at using the spear technique that he has literally devoted his life to mastering. And Mose is afraid. For the first time in his life, Mose is actually afraid. Oh, I love it. And at this point, you might be thinking, oh wow, they've beaten Mose, the strongest warrior, they've gotten the Medusa, so they've beaten Ibara, Kirasami's already been petrified, they have the Master statue, so they can convince everyone else to switch sides and join them. Clearly, they must have won! Well, that would be the case if not for one small issue. Yo is a moron. Oh my god, the slow motion of this. I mean, in the manga, this is honestly one of the most terrifying pages we've ever gotten. I mean, seriously. Old Man Ibara is terrifying, but here, this is just something else. It is unnerving, but not in the same way. It's almost silly, if not for how, you know, overwhelmingly bad this was for Yo. Yeah, you deserve that. You absolutely deserve that, you freaking moron. I mean, at the very least, if you wanted to keep the Kingdom of Science safe, you could have, you know, grabbed Medusa, swallowed it, brought it closer to you to make sure that, you know, Ibara wouldn't easily be able to take it off of your stony corpse. That would have been something, at least. It's just so disturbing. He's saying the words with the Medusa in his own mouth while he's underwater. Oh, that is wrong. That is so wrong, especially when he is just so overwhelmingly calm in this situation. Seriously? Okay, so we heard the one, you know, that he gave to petrify Yo, not the one that he gave while he was underwater, because that would have been, you know, just fully insane. Yes, that is another of Taiju's superpowers. He can yell really, really loudly. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, but it is kinda too late. There's nothing you can do in this situation. You're all gonna get petrified. Sorry to say. I mean, that is, the face of a very desperate man who's trying to outrun his own death. I mean, I'd argue Taiju probably has more brute strength than Orochi does. I mean, Taiju's basically a god at this point. Yes, right here, right now. This is Chrome's best moment. Yeah, this is literally Chrome's best moment in this entire arc, since Chrome didn't actually do much of anything in this entire arc. I'm sorry, he was petrified, but, right before he was petrified, he managed to do something. He managed to make a decision that would save the entire freaking world. Yeah, that is very important for what's about to happen next, because knowing Medusa has a set speed, knowing it doesn't accelerate once it gets moving, fully changes the calculations that you need to do to figure out exactly how fast it is moving, and that's going to save the day. I mean, like I said, it's going to save the entire freaking world. Senku is just so impressed, so proud of Chrome that he managed to keep a level enough head to do the calculations to figure it out while, mere moments away from being petrified or dying. I mean, he didn't know what the Medusa was. For all he knew, it was a death beam that would have instantly killed him, not turned him to stone. I mean, like I said, Taiju obviously has more strength than Orochi does. He is the ultimate brute. He is the strongest of the strong. Maybe not the best fighter, but definitely the strongest in terms of raw strength. And there we go with the takedown. Beautiful Taiju, absolutely beautiful. Oh, you poor fool. You poor, poor fool. Yeah, this is honestly incredibly sad just how much he was tricked in this scene. Yep, miss it. Let's watch it one more time. What was in his mouth? There we go. Ibara tricked him into swallowing the goddamn Medusa and then told him if he didn't run to the center of the island, he would be turned to stone. Holy mother of God above. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot they can do other than, literally cutting open the man's stomach and pulling Medusa out that way, but even then, they really don't have time for, full dissection. So they gotta go with Chrome's plan, the insane plan. Yeah, really. Oh, I love it. I love the looks of disgust on their face. Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah, because it is, like I said, they literally don't have any time to cut it out of him. Terrifying. In the manga, he said, how despicable, which, I mean, also sounds like a good way of describing the situation. God, I hate that man's face. I truly, truly hate that man's face. Here we go. Kingdom of Science working together to save the day. Oh my god, I just love the absolute faith in this scene. I won't talk about it too much since I think it probably won't be explained until next episode, but still, this is just one of the best moments in this entire series. Even Senku is shocked by how insane his own people actually are. I mean, yeah, that's quite literally what she's been running from since she was a child, and everyone on her boat was turned to stone. And now she finally is forced to suffer the same fate as them, forced to be turned to stone. Yeah, there we go. Ukyo told, the rest of them how exactly to use the Medusa. Also very important information. Oh god, I love this scene. I absolutely love this scene between Mose and Hyoga. There's no reason to fight anymore because they both know they're about to be turned to stone, and they both know that, there is no chance whatsoever that either side will wake them up again once the war's over, once whoever, comes out on top, because they are just so freaking dangerous. And so all they can do is basically accept their fates, accept their deaths with grace and dignity, and it's just such a fantastic moment. Oh, I also love that. Mose basically says, okay, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's more to strength than actually just being born strong. So how about you teach me your super incredible spear technique, and that way I can get way, way stronger and kick your butt. Which is such a Mose thing to say. And Hyoga's fine with it. I mean, the one thing Hyoga is actually really serious about is his spear technique, the Ori Kanryu style. I memean, he respects that. He's like, if you are willing to come here, if you are willing to put the work in properly, then no one shall be turned away. I mean, that was a big sign above the door, or above the dojo, whatever. Hard work will be rewarded. That is the motto of the school, and that is something that Hyoga overwhelmingly believes in. I remember last episode, he applauded Nikki for her attempt to seduce him. Because, that was very clearly hard work to her. Oh, I love that scene. Oh, poor little Suka, turned to stone for... Yeah, this is the first time. She wasn't petrified last time because Ryu kicked her off the boat. Oh, poor little girl. I love her so much. Meanwhile, Team Kingdom of Science, they have a plan. And they are not hesitating even a little bit. Oh, I love it. That's just how much faith they have in Senku. I mean, seriously, Jen is freaking smiling here. The cowardly Jen is freaking smiling. And this is, quite frankly, one of my favorite panels in the manga. I mean, the explosion is so massive, you can literally see it from space. That is how insane what Ibara just did actually is. And even more than that, look at the margin of error here. Seriously, he was only off by, maybe like 10 or 20 meters? Has this man actually, measured out the island? Does he know exactly how long it really is? What the distance is between where he is right now and the actual center of the island? Because, I mean, if they had stopped Oshiara, whatever his name is, like 20 meters sooner, yeah, he would have been petrified too. So that feels like a weird gamble for the old man to take. As he just, is having the time of his life. Yes, I've done it! I've won! Oh, Ibara, you crazy. Oh yes, literally, you can literally see the petrification from freaking space. Fantastic. Yep, and this is just how utterly insane and selfish Ibara is, literally stepping on the backs of his own men just to give him a slightly easier time reaching the center of the island, reaching Senku and the rest of them. God, he sucks. On the bright side, he is just so happy. He's having such a wonderful time, so good for him. Ooh, God above. Yeah, this is actually worse somehow, as he sees this girl, a rather young-looking girl, mind you, and thinks to himself, ooh, ho, 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 I could have my way with her statue. Ah, it's awful. It is so freaking awful, and he is just such a terrible person. I mean, that's also the most insane thing about all of this, is the fact that he has no idea if the sorcery people actually have any revival water on them, or if they use it all up reviving Hyoga. if they don't have any more, then, he's in a lot of freaking trouble because now he's all alone on this island for the rest of his life. That being said, it probably won't be much of a long life, considering, in fact, he's already pretty old, but still, that was an insane gamble for him to take. Yep, here we go. This is a little bit odd, and it's something that is a bit concerning for him. Why exactly did they all pose before they were petrified? Aw, cute little baby Soyuz. Run from the bad man, please. And my lights just turned off, and they don't seem to be turning back on. Interesting. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, that's a really interesting thing about, both Ishigami Village and this island, is the master, the head, the chief, whatever, has always married women with strong memories so that they would be able to recount the 100 tales and pass them along to the next generation. So as a result, Soyuz has basically been bred to have the best possible memory. That's how he was able to remember his way to an island that he hasn't been to since he was a literal baby. I mean, couldn't you have convinced these guys to just turn around and look behind them and see that the master has actually been turned to stone instead of running away? I mean, I can't fault you too much since you did actually get off the island, you did actually manage to save Soyuz from Ibara, so, good for you, but still, I feel like there were other choices you could have made in this moment. Yeah, and she actually ended up getting very badly wounded in this moment, and as a result, she died, I think, shortly before she actually made it to Ishigami Village, where Soyuz's adoptive parents found her and raised the child as their own. Yeah, Ibara sucks. I mean, he seriously sucks. He just broke his own person into shards to get the Medusa out of his body. That is awful. That is so absolutely awful. Yeah, now the old man's a little bit concerned, because clearly there's some sorcery going on right here, and that sorcery might be better than his sorcery, and he doesn't really understand sorcery all that well. So this might actually be something that he could not have planned for. Also do love the fact that for all this time, I mean, Ibara and the whole, islanders thought that there was literally some sort of giant elephant-esque monster running around the island. And nobody really bothered looking for it. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, that scared the old man. That absolutely scared the old man, seriously. Oh, I love it. Oh, holy mother of God above, that was beautiful. Again, this is another one of my favorite panels in this series of just Ibara completely and absolutely losing his mind. Unfortunately, things didn't work all that easily, because apparently you need to be a bit closer to Medusa to actually activate it, but still, that was a good way to scare him, and I really like that. Seriously, Ibara is so confused in this moment, especially considering the fact that Senku just called it a boss fight. Senku, he doesn't have any frame reference, he doesn't know what that means. Oh, I love it. Oh, I absolutely love it. Seriously, this man is just so completely and absolutely terrified. Alright, next episode, Last Man Standing, which sounds about right, since now we're having the boss battle, the final battle between Senku and Ibara. Senku has somehow managed to revive himself from stone, somehow, some way, thanks to his friends, and Ibara, who is just completely and absolutely terrified, and has no idea why Senku isn't currently a statue. I mean, that being said, though, Ibara is still crazy strong and crazy cunning, so it's not like this is going to be a one-sided beatdown on him. Even if Senku has some tricks up his boat, Ibara has just as many, and it's going to be an absolutely fantastic ride. But please let me think down below. What'd you think of Ibara forcing Roshi to literally swallow the Medusa and run to the center of the island just to petrify literally everybody else? What do you think of Ibara's plans to, basically hope that Senku and his team had some miracle water on them to revive the rest of the people? And what do you think Ibara would have done if Senku, just hadn't had that on him? Would he have spent the rest of his life basically living in isolation on the island, being forced to take care of himself? Or do you think he would have, tried to take the ship out and somehow made his way to Ishigami Village, where he would, trick, control, manipulate, petrify anybody who opposed him, and eventually try to, take over the world? Hard to say, but let me think down below. Until next time, peace!